In the quiet ruins of Hampi, behind the silent corridors of Achyuta Raya Temple, the Pushkarani still rests, calm, unmoving, almost forgotten. But beneath its still surface, there are secrets. Long ago, during the height of the Vijayanagara Empire, this Pushkarani was not just a place of rituals or daily life. It was a mystery, a carefully designed structure that held more than what the eyes could see. One evening, as the golden light of sunset touched the steps, a young temple assistant named Varun sat near the edge of the Pushkarani. He had spent years around the temple, watching priests, devotees, and workers, but this place always felt different to him. Deeper, stranger. He often noticed how the water level never stayed the same for long. Even in dry days, when nearby sources seemed weak, the Pushkarani somehow held water. Where does it come from? He wondered. An old priest who had seen many years pass slowly walked toward him. "You are thinking again," the priest said with a faint smile. Varun nodded. "This water, it doesn't behave like normal water." The priest sat beside him, looking into the reflection. "That is because this Pushkarani is not ordinary," he said. He pointed toward the stone steps. "Beneath these stones, there are hidden channels." Varun looked surprised. "Channels?" he asked. The priest nodded. "Yes. Long ago, the engineers of this empire built underground pathways for water. These were not visible, but they were powerful. The water did not simply collect here from rain. It was guided, directed from distant sources through narrow, carefully carved tunnels beneath the earth. These channels carried water silently, unseen, until it reached the Pushkarani." Varun's eyes widened. "So this place is connected to something far away?" "Yes," the priest replied, "and not just one source, but many." He explained how the builders of the empire understood the land like no one else. They studied slopes, soil, flow of rainwater. They knew how to store it, protect it, and move it without waste. The Pushkarani was part of a much larger system, one that spread across the city. "But that's not all," the priest continued, his voice lowering slightly. "There is another secret." Varun leaned closer. "The base of this Pushkarani," the priest said, "was designed to filter water." "Filter?" Varun repeated. "Yes. The stones and layers beneath were arranged in such a way that impurities would settle. The water you see here was once clean enough for sacred rituals." Varun looked at the water again. What once seemed simple now felt extraordinary. Days passed, but Varun could not forget what he had learned. He began to observe more carefully. One morning, after a light rain, he noticed how quickly the water level adjusted. It neither overflowed nor dried too fast. It stayed balanced, as if controlled by an invisible hand. He realized then, this Pushkarani was alive in its own way, not breathing, not moving, but functioning, responding, adapting. Years later, the empire began to fall. Wars came, people left. The great system that once carried water across the land slowly broke. The hidden channels were blocked, the knowledge was lost, and the Pushkarani was left incomplete. Without its network, it could no longer function as it once did. The perfect system became silent. But even today, during the monsoon, when rainwater fills the tank again, for a brief moment, the ancient design reveals itself. The water settles perfectly, the symmetry reflects beautifully, and the Pushkarani feels alive once more.
Modern historians and engineers who study this place often stand in amazement. How could people without modern tools create such a system? How did they understand water so deeply? How did they build something so precise, so lasting? The answer lies not just in skill, but in wisdom. The people of the Vijayanagara Empire did not try to control nature. They worked with it. They respected it. They observed it. And that is why their creations still stand. Even in broken form, they still teach. The Pushkarani near the Achyuta Raya temple is not just a structure. It is a lesson hidden in stone, a reminder that true intelligence is not loud. It does not demand attention. It quietly solves problems and serves generations. If you ever stand there, do not just look at the steps. Do not just see the water. Think about what lies beneath, the unseen paths, the forgotten knowledge, the silent brilliance. Because sometimes the greatest secrets of history are not written in books. They are buried beneath our feet, waiting for someone curious enough to discover them. If this story amazed you, don't forget to like. Subscribe for more deep and mysterious history stories. Comment what you discovered today and share this video with your friends. Next episode, the lost symbols of the Pushkarani, hidden meanings in stone.